Hey everyone, Chris Gogolin here doing another Hearthstone video. Today we are looking at a couple games of Dragon Priest. I've also finally downloaded the Hearthstone deck tracker so you guys can actually see what I'm using. Let me get that out of the way. And the other awesome thing that I did not know before, other than just tracking your deck and your opponent's deck, is that it also links you to the website. So if you're playing a deck that, you know, is at least fairly common, you get access to this information here, which most importantly can give you the mulligan guide, so you know what cards you should be putting back and which ones you should be keeping. Get out of the way real fast before I run out of time. Probably don't need that guy either, but Acolyte of Pain is pretty good. So yes, usually when I look at the mulligan list, I'm kind of looking for cards that at least, 40-50%, usually 50% or higher are kept. So for this particular deck, you got your Cleric, your Loot Hoarder, Acolyte of Pain, Radiant Elemental, Power World, Shield, Dragons, all the pretty common stuff you want to get early. It's kind of stuff you're keeping, and it's going to have an effect on your win rate and stuff like that. Very cool benefit of the website. So in addition to just getting some game data, for yourself, tracking your deck, tracking your opponent's deck, tracking your wins and losses. You can see here, I'll pull this over so you can see. You can see here this particular Dragon Priest deck it's got a 52% win rate. These are its matchup percentages, so it does really bad against Hunter and Rogue. Warriors about a 52% as well. Yeah, I was trying to play Taunt Druid for a little while, but I was running into some real issues with Taunt Warrior, specifically for this stupid guy here in this corner of Sentry, giving you these three raptors, which are beasts. Then pretty much means that you can't Witching Hour into Hadronox, especially when they do it 2 or 3 times during the course of the game. You end up calling those crappy little guys back instead of your Hadronox, so then your deck kind of gasses out at the end, and you lose. Taunt Warrior is pretty good. I've used that for a while too. I was actually making a video of that. I had played it. The first time I had downloaded the deck tracker was the first deck I started with, and it went like 6-1. And I'm like, this deck is doing great. We're having some good success. Let's go ahead and put it up. We'll do a video, get that going, and see how it all works. And then I lost 6 games straight with it. I was just, all right, this is the worst video ever. So I know people don't like to see just the wins. You have to see, sometimes it's good to see the losses, see what the deck is losing to, what some of the drawbacks to it are. Oh, this will be fun. Give me a card. Give me another card. I always like that dragon. A number of the good dragons got rotated out, so Dragon Priest hasn't really been too common. But I saw some of the guys at the Soul event were running it and decided to give it a shot. Do I want to heal that dragon or not? Yeah, let's do it. Try and keep that dragon alive a little longer. Alright, so we're going to do this. Swap stats there. That guy's pretty awesome too. Give a minion +2/+2 and Divine Shield. Seems pretty good. Now hopefully we just don't get executed. So yeah, I mean you've got yeah, we're getting executed. Yeah. You've got the Inner Fires, you've got the Divine Spirits. You certainly have ways to boost your guys up. So we've got most of the stuff we need in our hand. We've got the Radiant Elemental to make our spells cheaper. We can double somebody's health and then make it equal to their attack. We just need somebody to boost, or somebody worth doubling. Power World Shield would be good too. He got all 7 out. Look at that. Now he'll attack that guy. That'll take down that guy. Let's steal his minion. And then heal his minion. Draw a better card. There's a good guy. It's a decent dragon to double. Take him up to 16. The tricky part, of course, is making sure he lives that long. What's that do? 2/2 and Death Rattle return to my hand. Okay, time to do some math. Yep, we can do it. Alright, so I give that guy more health. We give him more health. We double his health. We double it again. And we kill everybody. Yeah, we're only at rank 10 right now. Like I said, when you lost a bunch of games in a row, that just did not go over very well. So I was all the way up to 7, and then I backslid. So maybe this will be the deck that climbs me right back up to the top. Okay, Loot Hoarder's a pretty good one worth keeping. Duskbreaker's not bad. I probably don't need those guys anytime soon. Those are better cards. And we're playing against another priest, so I'm sure he's probably trying to do some of the same stuff. worth doing. We'll kill his minion, get him out of the way. Oh, it's that guy. I think we're going to burn our Dispel on him. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're still good. Yeah, Lyra's a card I don't own. It's one of those cards that I always wanted to make, and I was like, well, you know, Priest is kind of one of those decks that, ugh, it kind of comes in and out all the time, and you're never really sure what it's going to do exactly. I mean, these crazy card combos that it pulls off. I mean, a lot of those cards are base set cards. Velen, Mind Blast, that kind of stuff. The Resurrection stuff, some of it went away, but not all of it. So you end up with stuff like this that we're just going to have to live with for a little while. That may have been a mistake because now he's at 6 and I can get Shadow Word Death, but I'm hoping he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Unless he's going to try and resurrect his Lyra. I can't one turn kill him unless I draw Divine Spirit. And even then I come up too short. I can go to 14, 28. Yeah, I'd be too short. I drew a Loot Hoarder. Doesn't help. Let's try healing. That guy's even worse. Just in case. Nope, another cleric. It's not really going to slow him down much, but I got to take one of those guys out of here. And I need to draw a couple cards and hopefully find a Shadow Visions or a Divine Spirit. Meanwhile, he's got a handful of Priest spells and the ability to resurrect other copies so he can get his Velen back. There's 2 copies of Eternal Servitude that he's played so far, but there are other Priest spells that do resurrect people. Or worse, make doubles. Yeah. He's going to resurrect a guy and then make a clone of him, and then yeah, Mind Blast. Yeah, I mean, not much you can do about that. Maybe I killed the wrong one. Maybe I should have killed. I'm sure he probably had all those spells anyway, so I'm sure killing Lyra didn't really matter there. Just kind of needed one of the uh, divine spirits. But like I said, even then I came up too short, 2 health short of doubling. I would only want to double to 28. So still an interesting deck. I saw a few of the guys using it, like I said, at the HCT Soul Rogue. Okay. Swapping would certainly be helpful, and cheap spells are always good. Master Spell will also come in handy probably in this matchup. There's at least a couple guys. Alright, so they're going to have the Thug, who will get a little bigger. That'd be a good guy to swap attacks with. And then silence a turn or two later. Nah, that guy doesn't mean anything. That guy doesn't do anything. Hey, look, it's the second copy of that guy. I'm sure he's gonna... Yep, Cold Blood. I'll do that and slow him down a little bit. Alright, so I need to kill that guy. But if I do, then I'm going to lose my dude. Unless I double his health first. It's not really the guy I want to double, though. So I think we'll have to do that and make him use both attacks. That's okay. We kind of knew he was going to do that. Give a minion +2/+2 in lifesteal. It's not really necessary. We've got card advantage. He's got a small hand. He's already lost 1 Thug, burned to Cold Blood. There's another piece to the combo. Now the question is can I live long enough to do it? I think here's where we use Mass Dispel. Let's make those guys smaller again. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, Rogue, they say, is one of the worst matchups for this deck because it's just so much early aggro. And you don't really have any AoE clears. You've got the dragons, the one at 4 and the one at 8. And we haven't drawn our 4-cost Dustbreaker yet. So none of this stuff puts us in a very good spot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be enough to kill. I can steal his 2-cost minion, or 2-attack minion. That doesn't do me any good. So it's either steal or heal. I guess I have to steal. But even that isn't good enough. He can do 6. If that's not enough to kill me, I'm sure it is. I'm sure he's got Leroy or something. Did he slow roll me? Or was that really all he had? What a dick. Shut up. What a jackass. I hate when people do that, man. You got Leroy, just friggin' play Leroy and end the game. Why play all the other crap and do it? Are you really trying to get experience points? Complete a quest for playing a bunch of cheap guys? Just end the game. Shield is good. Loot Hoarder's good. Yeah, I can pretty much deal with any of these cards. Hey, we're playing another priest guy. Are we playing the same deck? Because it's starting to feel like that. Alright, 7 cards in hand. Interesting. You don't usually see Twilight's Call outside of the quest deck. So now I can safely say we're not playing the same deck. And I'm not sure exactly what version. That was a mistake. I should have attacked him to get a card draw. Wasn't paying attention. I was looking elsewhere trying to figure out what this guy might be doing. There's his second one. Thank you. Thank you again. You succeeded in crowding my hand up. And you cost me an inner fire that I didn't need anyway. Alright. He's got 4 cards in hand. Let's risk it. It's risky. Anytime you go over 5 attack, it's always running a risk that you're going to get killed, but he doesn't have it. he's got the small one. He's got pain, but not death. Okay, so we heal him. Gives us a card we don't need. Diversify a little bit. I could have taken him a little lower using the Elixir of Shadow. But I didn't want to go too small right away. We don't have a dragon. Wow, 10 cards in hand and no dragons. What are the odds of that? That really stinks. Alright, let's do this then. Hey, there's a dragon. Yeah, this worked out completely backwards. Because what I would have done there was use him to swap that and then use the Cabal Shadow Priest to steal him. And then that would have been my Prophet Valen. Now he's just stalling. But my hand's full again. Oh, and I lost a big dragon. No worries. Let's just get some of these cards out of my hand. Let's see if he's got another Psychic Scream or anything. Hey, look, he does. What a jerk. Fine, I'll just steal your guy then. Yeah, he's had stuff to do. So that was only a matter of time. Alright, so I think we've given you guys a little overview of this Dragon Priest deck. And like I said, I really just kind of wanted to showcase some of the other benefits of the deck tracker, in addition to just having the stats. Pull that up one more time. In addition to just having the basic stats, like, hey, I can look and see Dragon Priest. I went 2 and 2 with it. Okay, great, that's awesome. What did I play against? I played against these decks. What's going on in my deck? But also getting some of the win rate matchups and those kinds of things. And then the deck stats and the mulligan guide, I think, are always really helpful. I know it certainly has helped me a lot with figuring out some decks that I may not be as familiar with and just having access to it. I know a lot of the other website stuff, they kind of give you some explanations too. You know, Tempo Storm and Hearthstone and some of those other Hearthstone top decks. They give you some of the information there. You know, if you are like a premium member, where I don't know if you have to pay for it or not, probably. Then you can get matchup and more statistics and things like that. But you know, just getting some basic stats about the deck, what cards to keep, what cards to mulligan, or how often some of these cards are mulliganed. You know, I always look at this. How often do you keep stuff? And you know, these are the cards that you would think to keep, but you know, occasionally you see some something in there like Divine Spirit. That's kind of important to doubling up your guys and winning, but it's very rarely kept, and maybe you know, there's a reason for that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Look forward to your feedback and comments, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.